Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Witches and Wine. This is the show where we talk about witchy stuff and we drink wine. Let's all clink and drink, shall we?
Clink and drink.
And of course, clink and
drink.
drink to that beautiful woman over there. Yay, with the blue drink, the magical potion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Good wine that you picked for a good guest. I love it.
Yeah.
So if you have noticed, we were gone for about 15 months. There was a lot of stuff that happened last year. I had to take stuff off my plate, which us witches like to talk about. You got to keep the balance. You don't want to burn out. And sometimes you got to clear it all so you can start new. So we are very excited to be bringing Witches and Wine back to your living rooms or offices or bedrooms if you are that kind of person. Wow. But before we get started, I always have my disclaimer.
Yep.
It has been brought to my attention that some people do not like to watch witches talk and drink wine. They say, they're tipsy. I'm not going to listen to them. And we get that, but it is called Witches and Wine.
We're not hiding it.
We're not hiding it. So with all your magical power, you have the power to make us disappear if you just click the X in the corner. Yeah, right?
Yeah, just click the X.
Click the X and you don't have to deal with fun people. Which I don't know why you wouldn't want to deal with fun people.
If you don't want to be entertained and gain knowledge, click the X.
Click the X, but if you want to go for the ride with us, then you're in the right spot. So awesome. Well, I am going to turn this over before we start talking to that beautiful woman who I miss your face so freaking much. I'm going to turn this over to my partner in crime, my high priest, the love of my life, my best friend.
Continue. I like this. You can continue.
Best lover in the world.
Yes, yes.
Biggest ego ever.
Probably true. Gemini, deal with it.
Gemini, deal with it. Silenus, why don't you tell us about the wine that we're drinking?
I would be happy to. I'll let you go ahead and show it.
I will show it.
I chose tonight a nice Cabernet Sauvignon out of the Mendoza region in Argentina. This is called Reptile. Very, very bold cab, dark, beautiful color to it. Inky black.
Inky black.
Big cranberry notes, big blackberry notes. You get a little bit of sage, a little bit of cedar, a little bit of cigar box. And it's made by one of the most famous winemakers in the world. His name's Paul Hobbs. He's renowned down in Napa. I mean, Paul Hobbs puts out $1,000 bottles in some of his lines. He makes phenomenal wine across the board. But this is his Argentina project. Going to run you $50-$60 a bottle, so definitely not a cheap bottle, but well worth what you pay for it. If you're going to do it with some food, anything off of a barbecue, because the spice notes that come through underneath is really going to pop with if you have anything off of a grill, especially if you have a little bit of barbecue sauce or a little bit of sweet hot flavor profile.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, absolutely beautiful bottle of wine, bold, ambitious, just like our guest tonight.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Well,
that probably tracks, yes.
I love it. Do you want to tell us about that blue concoction that you are drinking?
This is Bel Air Blue. I'm not a big drinker. I don't know if our audience knows much about my habits, but I don't really drink that much. And so somebody left this in the refrigerator from this weekend. And I was like, isn't it perfect? Because we just started the season of blue at the seminary. And I just got out of my blue class. So, of course, I have blue wine. And it's sparkly because it's next level.
That's right. It's sparkly like your personality. This is the international sign for sparkly or jazz hands.
We got to practice this now.
Yes. Oh. All right. Well, let us start. I miss this woman. She has been a mentor to me, a friend, a sister from another mister. We have worked a lot together in fun capacities of doing radio shows together. We have such a great time. Arch Priestess Belladonna LaVeau, welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
Thank
Our
you
number
so
one
much.
guest, I do believe.
Yeah, you're the one that I think's been on our show the most.
Yep.
Yes. I'm not gonna phone it in tonight.
So,
Little Steve Martin Saturday Night Live.
Yes. So first of all, welcome to the people watching. Hi, Nim. I love you. And Witchcraft TV. Yay. And many paths, one forest. Oh, well, welcome. Oh, just ignore our dog. She's barking at the cat. They're having a stare down. So Bella, first of all, what's been going on? You just got to, first of all, you're a busy woman. You just literally got out of teaching a class, didn't you?
Yes, you said try to come 15 minutes early, and I was like, I ended my class 10 minutes early. That was the best I could do. I'm hurrying. Yes, I'm like, get me the wine, Dusty. But, you know, that's how I live my life. It's fast and glorious. You know, I love it. It's so much fun. It's an honor to serve at this level, and there's a lot to do. If we didn't have a world to save, if there wasn't so much to do, I could sit around and peel grapes and have them fed to me by, my beautiful husband. Oh my God.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I ain't got time for that this time around. We've got to work. We've got stuff to do.
Got a lot of stuff going on, and I wanted to bring up new elusive, which you've been talking about as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Can you, to the people who might be tuning in and are like, what is this stuff they talk about? Can you explain can you explain what elusive is and what your goal has been for this whole time? And
elusive gets bigger every year.
Yeah, it does.
Eleusis is this ancient city in Greece where philosophy and education and science was born. And it's where our forefathers got the idea of America from. That's why all our buildings look Greek and we have so many Greek statues everywhere. It's all because it's based on the philosophy of the Greek government system of, everybody gets voice, and Greek Congress and democracy. That's democracy. The word.
Yeah.
Maybe some diplomacy too. And so for 3,000 years, people journeyed to the city of Eleusis to gain enlightenment, to experience the mysteries, to be initiated into the mysteries of the great mother Demeter. And it's oath bound. So there's all this myth and legend and mystery about it. And there's books written, and I just so much study because it's an oath bound mystery and it's a cursed rite. So people that are oath bound are not allowed to talk about it. Yep. So 39 years ago, the goddess asked the ATC to bring her mysteries back. And we thought, this is fun. This is pagan. It's the pagan Renaissance. We're doing pagan-y things. Let's do pagan things in the past. Yeah. But the goddess kept giving us stuff, adding to it. And it started becoming this thing. And by the third Spring Mysteries, people were like,
oh my gosh,
we have something really amazing here. And 39 years later, it is the iconic bucket list festival of paganism. Everybody should go to Spring Mysteries at least twice because there's there's 3 initiations, but the third initiation you have to be local to get it for at least 6 weeks or more because that's facilitating. But there's a first degree initiation where you're initiated into the lesser mysteries of Demeter, the great mother. And then there's the greater mysteries, and you're initiated into the greater mysteries of Demeter. And it's not like a Wiccan degree. It's being received by the goddess and inheriting the gifts that she has for you that our society and culture have taken away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's revealing the mysteries.
Yeah. And
when you talk about the mysteries, you don't know until you know.
It's ineffable. You can't speak about it. I can't say this is what you're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, I can tell you what I got out of it, but then you'll look for that and that'll stop you from getting what you were supposed to get out of it. So everybody gets their own special thing about it. But the ancients said that it's if you die before you die, then when you die, you don't die.
Yes. I love that.
That's pretty accurate.
And so and that was written on the pillars, and then early Christianity kept it going, and then it died off because it was empowering. You know, you can't oppress a people and empower them at the same time. So evolution of Christianity. So now we are, as we watched Spring Mysteries Festival evolve and the modern Eleusinian mysteries are restored to the planet, we have new things that she gives us every year. She wants us to rebuild her holy city. She wants her city back. The Pope's sitting in it right now. See, her city was in Eleusis, and then the Romans came and they took all her stuff to Rome, and they continued to do the mysteries in Rome for a little while, and that's where the holy city built up itself at. And then they turned that into a Catholic thing, and now the goddess doesn't have her holy city, so she's ready to have it back. She's asked me to build it. We are that close. I have figured out how to do it. I have figured out the path. I'm waiting on the bank to give me the money right now. We've turned in our last loan stip, and then we'll be building New Eleusis.
And that's going to be near the mother church, correct? Or in the same area? Or
she has not decided where it's going to be yet. So we thought it was going to be in Monroe, and we would like for it to be near the mother church, but this is kind of this is supposed to be her retreat place, like in the winter where she goes when she's not happy. This is her spot like that. We really want it on the ocean. And recently we've been like, maybe we should get should we choose Fort Flagler for New state for New Eleusis? We used to do it at Fort Flagler, which is a state park, and it's really perfect for what we do. And we would love to have it there.
Oh God, yeah.
And the accommodations at the hotel are so great that nobody wants to go back. Nobody that's experienced the mysteries at the hotel want to go back to what we did at the fort, because we can do so much more when we're not fighting the weather and having to feed everybody. It's just a different game. When you don't need 90 people in the kitchen, you've got a different, you can just do so much more. And so this is our 39th year. We're starting to prepare for it. We've got the cast auditions in. We have submitted vessels to the gods to see what they think. We're waiting on feedback from the gods on each of the vessels. It's pretty, because we don't go, oh, there's a bunch of people, who can we get to play these different parts? The gods choose, and then these people become the physical embodiment of that god on the planet for a year. And
it is one of the most probably amazing experiences that you can have being a vessel for these gods. I, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, it was during pandemic for my first time doing it. So I was Hekate and then Balbo the next year. Online was really difficult for me. We did a great job, and I learned all my online talents because we run a lot of online stuff. I learned it by watching you, Bella. But seriously, I always tell people, like, I didn't know I was going to have such a good online following, but that's been, Goddess puts you where you're supposed to be, right? Because I'm like, I need to do in-person stuff, which we still do, but the online community that we have, I just feel like, oh, this is what I was supposed to do. So it taught me how to deal with the online energies, because that's a whole nother thing. Yeah.
It's different.
When you can just reach out to so many more people, that opportunity to connect with.
Yeah.
It was really difficult to do it online, but Demeter has asked us to do her mysteries every year, and the people that stuck with us through that and didn't be like, nah, this isn't really for me, I don't care.
Yeah. Sorry, our cat. The cat.
The people that stuck with us through that are very dear. And you did a beautiful job carrying Hecate, and a phenomenal job carrying Balbo.
I would love to do Balbo in person. I feel that that's calling for a burlesque show. That's calling for like all the things. I would love to do that someday.
I would love for you to do that too. I think that you would be absolutely stunning and bring the house down. And yeah, I would love for you to bring your burlesque show to Spring Mysteries. You should do it. I don't know what's holding you back.
Money, 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 money.
Air and opportunity, huh?
So we're getting better. We're looking to the future. We're possibilities. So it happens when it's supposed to happen, Bella, and we will see you again soon in person.
I'm gonna tell you what. Once new Elusis is built, we will be able to do that because it'll just be a different. She has given me the magic secret, and once I do it once, I can do it 1,000 times, and it's gonna. And we are. I talked to my mother today, and she was like, "This is a really good plan. My husband might want to invest in this idea."
Yeah.
Then she said, "Well, you don't need any money." And I said, "I absolutely would rather get money from an investor than the bank, Mother." Yes. Give me money to do this project. And
I love that.
The goddess hooked us up with, do you know, this is the really weird thing is last night I went to an event with a whole completely different group of people who have a new Elusive project.
Really?
Yes. It's about Elusive and it's very important to the work, but it's a completely different angle. They work with animal medicine. I mean, not animal medicine, plant medicine. They work with plant medicine. Yeah. And, you know, Elusive was big. They had some kind of secret thing that they would give to people and they would drink it. And there's a lot of thoughts about what that might be. And, you know, I can't talk about any of that because I'm oath bound.
Yep.
I know what it is, but I can't tell you until you get initiated. So it was really fun last night because it was the game with a plant with like the nation's foremost plant medicine lawyer trying to trick me into giving up the secrets. It was fantastic. I loved it. It was a great. We're going to collaborate. We're going to collaborate more. And and he's going to come get initiated into the mysteries, and we're going to get to talk about everything and geek out about the mysteries together and build new Elusive. I'm so excited to have more groups that, and the goddess said she was doing that. She's like, you do your work. I've got other people out there doing it. Y'all will all come together in the end. You just keep your nose down and do the work, and I will connect you as we go. And so I just keep doing that, and it just keeps building. And I keep thinking, man, it's just me. Like, I don't know how, but I've wanted to build the holy city since my students knew about me building Wise World before I even ever met Pete Davis. Yeah. So it's just been something that I've always known that I was supposed to do, but I didn't know why. I'm like, why am I driven to do this? I'm the daughter of a builder. Maybe it's just in my blood to build. I just want to build stuff. I mean, when 9/11 happened, I was literally sitting at my desk building the holy city with pennies because I didn't have blocks. Okay. Like, this is an obsession.
Yeah. Well, you know, you say that other groups are doing stuff like we are. My favorite tale and mythology is the descent of Persephone to the underworld, and then when she comes back, and that I realize that's if you can look that stuff up, but that's kind of the thing.
Witches. Oh yeah, you can talk about the myth. I mean,
the myth is Persephone go into the underworld, and then that's when we get the dark weather and the winters and stuff because Demeter's upset, and then she comes back up, and I'm giving the cliff notes, but that has stuck with me for so long that if I don't get to celebrate Persephone during going to the underworld during Mabon and coming back during Ostara, I do not like the season. I don't like it. I feel something is wrong. And so it is so ingrained in my. You
miss the experience.
I miss the experience.
To remind you that this is why we go into this cycle.
Yeah. And so our coven will be doing a closing ritual for Northwest Pagan Fest. and we're doing the closing ritual, and it's going to be about, since it's on Mabon, we're going to talk about everyone is going to go to the underworld and meet Persephone and Hades, which is going to be, I think, us.
Are you going to do a spiritual haunted house where they go through all of the different things like we do in the Sim?
We can't do that because it's very limited stuff we have. But we have ideas. We have ideas. And our student Ariel, who you know very well, who goes to these festivals, she's got great ideas. She's got great ideas that she's bringing to our little props and stuff. And so, yeah, we're very excited about doing that. So the mysteries stuck with me for so long. We are a smaller coven, but we try to carry that tradition and that tale because it's important. It explains so much.
You know how I became the Arch Priestess is I was doing them over on the East Coast. I would do that part of the story at each part of the wheels behind me as I'm talking about. And I would tell people on the East Coast before I'd met Pete, I was like, one of these days I'm gonna like do a big festival and I'll do the whole story. And then I came to Spring Mysteries. Pete called me and he's like, you sound like us. Why don't you come out here and meet us? And I was like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know you. It's a long way to Washington. I don't care. And then I was like, wait a minute. This is about the Eleusinian mysteries. And he was like, oh, yeah, we do them. Do you care about that? I was like, oh, yeah, I care about that.
I care about that.
Care about that. And so I came out and it was I just could not believe what I was seeing. You can read a book, but you can't experience. I mean, you can read a ritual, but you can't experience the ritual that you've read in a book.
Yeah.
But when you go somewhere and you've got all these priests and priestesses who are fully embodied and dispensing the sacraments and sharing the ritual and taking you there. And it's like, man, I just cried. And I was like, this is the thing that I've been talking about doing for 10 years, you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And my student was like, I know you're going to be the next Arch Priestess. And I went, shh. Don't say that. Then about 4 years later, Pete was like, I think I'm going to give you my church.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's a big responsibility, but my gosh, you've really stepped up. You have brought your vision and your gusto, and you're such a zealot. I love it. You're such a freaking zealot. I love it. You just are like, I have this idea, poof, and you manifest it, and it's like, that is some powerful magic.
Well, your charisma comes off you in every form.
Yeah.
So that you just draw people to you and want you to help make your vision come to fruition.
Aww. Thank you. I'm so grateful that the goddess inspires people through me. It's such a privilege. And you guys, the thing about it is that witchcraft, okay? When you want something to happen, you just put it out there that this is what you're going to have happen, because there's all of this stuff in the universe and you can't see it, but it can see you. And it's supposed to do exactly what you expect it to do. So if you don't expect your spells to work, they never will. And if you don't believe in yourself, it doesn't either. And if you just decide that this is what the gods want for you, you cannot fail, because the world will give it to you. It wants to.
Clink and drink to manifestation. Yes, I love it.
I love Cabernet. I bet that is a delicious bottle of wine.
It's really good, really good.
I'm glad that I'm here and we're doing this online, and that I'm not there doing it in person. Because Bella knows how to push Bella across Bella's safe little boundaries and way off into drunk assville, and it's great, and I love it.
I am a party influencer, and I've just accepted. People have told us they have never drank so much wine or been so drunk or whatever, or had such a great time or a party experience until they hung out with us. And we're like, you're welcome.
You guys, back in the day, when the college was still on Second Life,
Yeah.
I would be working. I'd be working and I'd be at the sim, but I'd be working at my day. And they'd all be partying over there. And I would be like, oh, that looks like fun, but I don't have time to party. I'm working. And Lola would be like, kitty, 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 kitty. Shake the treat box. Shake the treat box. I'd be like, huh? Treats? Treats? And I'd go to the party.
Yeah.
Bella told me from the beginning I'm one of the only people that can get her to come out and just have a good time. And that hasn't really stopped, has it?
No, and I still appreciate you for it. Thank you. You and Dusty. Dusty. It's a good thing to have those kinds of people in your life.
You gotta have those kind of people. Yeah.
You sometimes just gotta let your hair down and enjoy.
Yeah.
I am dedicated to getting it done. And
Dusty and I are Dionysus type characters. So
thank the
thank the gods. Yeah.
Throw me in the briar patch.
Well, I want to bring up now this amazing thing that, again, I want to know, witches on the water. Like this, when I first heard this idea, I was like, what the heck? And I was like, that Bella, how does she come up with this stuff? So please tell us, how did you come up with this? And what is it?
So I went on a cruise with my ex-husband, and I walked around the cruise going, wow, man, this is like a Greek temple. This is like so pagan. There's like all these water things, deities, and it's very pagan on the boat. And I thought, man, what a fantastic thing to do. And then we did the festivals in the hotel, and I was like, man, you know what would be fun is if we did a cruise, then your food and your room and all of that is included. And if we did it on the East Coast, because I have a lot of people on the East Coast. I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah,
I know more people on the East Coast than on the West Coast by a long shot.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's go to the East Coast and do a festival over there. We'll just do a cruise. And Stephen Gunther has done a pagan cruise before, and he was like, Bella, do you think you can get people to go? We got like 20 people on our last cruise. It really wasn't worth it. And I was like, oh, I think I can get people to go. I would go. I think I can get people to go. He's like, well, let's try it. So he did the planning.
Yeah.
Because he's done them. And I did all the marketing. And we have 60 people going.
Yeah, and you said it was for this, like you could go on the cruise, but you have to buy a particular ticket to experience the witches on the cruise. Is that correct?
You can get on the boat without going. Yes, you can get on the boat. Boat sold out now. You can't get any more tickets. Boat sold out.
So the boat is sold out.
Yeah. But we're gonna do something again, and so just know that we're gonna do some travel next year, and I'm really excited about what we're talking about going. I'm not going to tell anybody yet because there's too many other things in the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what you want to do is think about, do you want to go hang out with Bella and have some kind of crazy spiritual experience? And if you do, you need to plan ahead because it sells out.
Yes,
right? Like when you watch for it and then jump on it, because it'll sell out on you and you won't be able to go. We're going to do, so we started this. I was like, okay, let's do it. He's like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I don't know. We'll do some water thing. I don't know. So then we're like, the gods will tell us, right? The gods will tell us. So let me tell you what has happened since this time last year when we planned this crazy excursion and now. So he planned an excursion to a Mayan temple and an underworld cenote, a cenote that is literally the entrance to the Mayan underworld.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And so it's a little bit extra. It's an extra $100 on your ticket, but Lady Pamita's, Madam Pamita's going with us. I don't know if you know her, but she's really cool voodoo kind of priestess. I've never met her before. I'm so excited. Yeah, she's really cool. And so Excel started talking to me. And I'm like, well, I don't ever work with Mesoamerican deities because Mormon, right? Like I'm like Mormon with Quetzalcoatl and all of that stuff. It's like the Mormon, so I just don't. And so she started talking to me and just telling me, about the god and goddess in every person, about the inner divinity. And she is the inner divinity. she starts telling me about these things that she wants to do with the excursion. And she's like, I want you to take everybody at the opening ritual. I want the intent is you're sailing into your past.
Ooh.
Okay. And so we're going to go into our past, and then we're going to go to the temple excursion in the jungle. And it's an excavation of our sacred self. And when we get there, we're going to leave an offering, and she's going to give us back something that we lost about that time when we knew who we were and we were at one with our higher divinity. And then we're going to go swim in the cenote, the underworld swim. And she's like, and then what I want you to do is drop everything that might be interfering with that into that cenote swim. Just drop it all there.
Wow.
And then we go back. And as we're sailing back, she wants us to take that connection of how you know who you are and you're at one with the divinity of who you are. And she wants us to pour a libation into the water so that we spread that energy to everybody on the planet.
Holy crap. Now, can you tell us where your cruise starts and where?
New Orleans.
Oh my God. Of course. Yeah, I knew that. But I want people to see this. So you start in New Orleans, and then where are you?
We're going to Cozumel. We're going to Cozumel and Progresso, and we're going to be. Oh, and I didn't even tell you this. So then the Stephen Gunther's wonderful priestess Emily goes and does a research paper and posts it in Pathos, and then I read it and come to find out that this temple that we're going to is Ichelle's temple. And everybody does a yearly pilgrimage there, and it's during the time we're going to be there.
Oh, my gosh. Of course it is.
So, you just never know what you're going to get with me, but you're going to. It's a treasure hunt. It's fun. We have to wait for what God has said.
It sounds amazing.
It's always serendipitous when it comes to Bella but you know what? That's not just Bella, that's witches. Like
that's goddess. Yeah,
it's goddess, and nothing is a coincidence.
No, it's not happenstance. It's just manifestation.
It's manifestation, and
that's trust in the process, right? It's like I don't know what will happen. Goddess will give us something. This is a journey. Everything happens for a reason. If everything happens for a reason, you just have to wait on her to tell you. Mm-hmm. You just have to believe and follow your nose, and she will take you to the right place.
Yeah. Well, and I love that when you're talking about this cruise, it sounds like a lot of shadow work.
I don't know that I think we're going to skip the shadow work and just ordain the enlightenment.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, having your past, going into your past, that might be that what happens when people. And this is what we do. I want people to know that watch this is we are trained, not all of us, but there's a few of us or a bunch of us that are trained clergy in Wicca and in this kind of stuff. So there's always a high priestess or a high priest or priestess that is nearby, because I know for me, I've been in some really great therapy lately, and it's about tackling my past. Because I thought that I left my past behind, because it's the past. And I thought that I dealt with all that stuff, but it's coming up and I'm facing it. And that's a lot of shadow work. That's a lot of like, oh crap. So I would assume, I don't know, that maybe some people will be like, if they're going into their past, there might be some pretty deep things happening, right? You guys are prepared for that, obviously.
Oh, obviously. I mean, Rescue Remedy on tap. I've always got Rescue Remedy on me at a festival because, you can't do magic if you don't get rid of the gunk.
Yeah. So exactly.
Some people will have it, and, some people will just, like, I like to just, like, we can do all of this delving into the pain and hashing it out and crying and gnashing of teeth and stuff like that. But I really like to just do magic.
Yeah.
And skip the drama, because sometimes you need to feel all that stuff. But I think that that's a lot of stuff for a therapist, like you said. A lot of stuff for a therapist. And I don't want you to.
We're not therapists.
No, we're not. I'm not there to counsel anybody. So I'm going to say, let everybody go have a water bottle. Put your intention into the water bottle. We're going to take the water to the jungle. We're going to pour out a libation because you know, and then we're going to receive. And then we're going to allow that reception to shake up anything that's holding on and just let it out in the swim. And I don't mean like, let it out. I mean, let the energy break off of you and be taken to the underworld. So you don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You just transform.
And you guys get to go swimming. You're actually
swimming.
Okay, so we're talking to a mermaid here. Can I tell them a funny story about when I saw your glamoring mermaid magic work? Can I tell this story? I don't think I've ever told you this.
Oh,
so we were at the church, at the mother church, and we were all in the hot tub, and our dear friend Nim was sitting outside of the hot tub, and she was talking to us, and there was some big camping trip that was coming up that we were all debating if we wanted to go. It was at the Ho Rainforest. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah, Michelle wins.
Yeah. Yes. And so we were like, I wanted to go, but
he was a lot of complications with it. Yeah.
There was a lot of complications. I didn't want to drive by myself. So I had said, no, I'm not going to go. Yeah. Nim's laughing. She knows this. And Nim was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to go. There's a certain limitations that I have and blah, blah, blah. And we literally watched Bella glide across the hot tub and perch up like I swear to God, I saw a fin. And she goes and she's like, but we could go mushroom hunting, Nim. And wouldn't it be fun? And Nim goes, okay, maybe I'll go. Like it was like, and I looked at Phil and I went, oh my God. I just saw Bella use mermaid magic. It was impressive.
I was not intentional. I love going mushroom hunting, and the whole rainforest is so, it's just beautiful. Chicken of the woods and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Full siren's correct, because Bella comes out, her head and just her breasts come out of the water, and she just lifts just enough and goes, are you sure you don't want to go with us? It'll be magical. And Nim just like, uh-huh.
And Nim went, uh-huh. It was awesome. It was awesome. So yes, for those of you watching, Bella really is a mermaid. I swear to God, I witnessed it. I always knew she was, but I witnessed her literally transform into a freaking siren. And I was like, okay, yep, yep, there it is. I love it.
Last time they were like, last time we were in the hot tub with somebody who had never been in the hot tub with us before. And somebody said, have you never been to the hot tub? Because they were like, wow, what's going on? And they said, have you never been in the hot tub with Bella before? And I was like, oh, they call this intense hot tub time with Bella because I channel when I'm in the water and I'm just blah, 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 blah. With all of the mysteries. I mean, I'm just like going, all of these ideas. It's, so you have to be prepared when you get in the water with me, what the water's going to do.
Yes. And the rule is you can't wear a bathing suit in the hot tub, which I love. I love that because, I mean, who wouldn't want to be in a hot tub with gorgeous male witches and female witches when they're naked? I mean, that's where the magic happens.
I'm sitting there naked, right? And I'm just sitting there and we're drinking and we're talking and I'm talking business and stuff like that. Then one of the girls' boyfriends who's new and he's not really pagan. He's standing outside the tub. He's not ready to get in yet. Can get naked with everybody in the soup, the pagan soup. And he's like, oh God, it's just too intimidating. I gotta go in. And I'm like, I look at her and I go, what is so intimidating? And she's like,
you?
It's like you're on a throne and your tits are just out and you're just talking business like it's no big deal.
Because it's not.
They're amazing. They're awesome, but they're still just boobs.
They're boobs. Yeah.
Appreciate them, but
we can talk business in the hot tub with our boobs floating up. And,
we do. Yeah. Well, and I
not?
Appreciate that my boobs are spectacular.
Yeah.
But I don't even think about it.
Not at all. Doesn't sound like it at all.
I am very. I am not a person that like is like, look at me, I'm beautiful. But there's 3 things I love on my body is my hair, my tits, and my ass. And
this is why we're best friends, Lola.
I know. I know. And I watch Bella go around naked, and I'm like, yeah, that is some good TNA. I love that we're talking about clink and drink to tits and ass. Can we just?
Okay, so hold on. We're actually going to sing the song that we have for this.
We do. Oh, we have a song. Our coven has a song that we do when we love to celebrate Boobs tits and ass. We sing ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties. All right, there you go. If anyone just tuned in, they're like, "What the?" I'm telling you,
if you're offended, you can always hit the X.
Click the X.
I love that about you. I love that. First time I heard you say that, I was like, that is so good. Don't watch if you don't like it. Don't complain. Just don't watch.
Just don't watch it.
So we're going to do what we're going to do.
We're going to do.
You're in control.
Yeah, we're going to do us and you do you, boo. Mm-hmm. So before because we've got, we can talk forever. But
we don't have enough time to talk. I can tell you.
I know, because Bella and I haven't talked to each other in forever. So we could sit here hours and hours
of
catch up and mustard. But
no mayo.
But I want to talk about Hekate Sickle. Can you tell us what Hekate Sickle is and what the current theme is going to be for this year's Hekate Sickle?
So just like the cruise where I had no idea what I was doing, every year we go into Hekate Sickle Festival not really knowing what she has in store for us. It's a treasure hunt every time. So this year we're like, okay, there's some things that we need to do because we're the mother church. And we just haven't been doing them, like an award ceremony. Well, they used to do an award ceremony a long time ago, and they didn't really make a big deal out of it. And some people really loved it, and some people were like, "I'm so sick of sitting in an award ceremony." And so I was like, "Well, let's just quit doing it," because people have a tendency to get mad because they don't get awarded what they think they're supposed to get awarded.
That's just ego.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how many people have gotten mad at me because I didn't say what they wanted me to say while I was awarding them the thing that they felt like they should have gotten more of. And but anyway, there's a few of them in every crowd. You do your very best and you hope that people see that, but people get anyway. So we were like, we got to bring the award ceremony back. That's really important. But we need to award. I mean, it's the mother church is for everybody. It's just not just for Seattle. And so I've included things like group leaders awards and group awards. So like Lola, should you come to Sickle this year, you be getting a beautiful garnet ring. This is the ring that's going to Spiral Scouts, the Spiral Scouts.
Yeah.
It came in today.
Garnet is my birthstone.
This is a fire topaz.
Yeah.
That's a topaz.
Yeah.
So I thought I would wear it and see if it's nice, and then if
I like it.
No, actually, I bought me one just like it because I love it.
Huh?
There's the mixer that the ring gets you.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a mixer that the ring gets you in. There's like a leaders only, if you earned a ring, you get to go to a mixer. But it's a beautiful garnet 5-stone ring. Oh yeah, you were like, that's why you brought up garnets, duh, Bella. And then you can award your people a Green Man Award or a Diana's Bow Award. The Green Man Award is for like physical labor, actual work, like admin work, marketing, making Facebook, all that kind of stuff. And then the Diana's Bow Award is for magical work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so this gives people an opportunity to do an award ceremony for their people, but not for 5 people. Like there's, it's hard to, it's hard to do an award ceremony for you and your 13 members.
Yeah.
But group leaders bust their butt for the community and make such a huge difference, and they deserve to be recognized. So we're recognizing people. We're giving out awards. We're recognizing group leaders and the people in the community who are hurting themselves. And you have to pay for these awards. They come with a ticket. They're not extra. It's not like, okay, you want all these awards, give us an extra $200. No, they're free with your ticket. And so that's just one small part of it. The other part is leadership. We really have to teach leadership. Pagans need leadership training. There's so many people who've read a book and regardless of whether or not we like it, have started a group. And now it's 20 years later and they need leadership training because they're doing stuff in the community and they're making a difference. And they've got all of these people, but they got gaps in their training and they don't know how to fill them. So we're doing leadership training and we're like, we're just going to do Hecate. And people are like, what do you mean we're just going to do Hecate? And I'm like, I don't know, but we're just going to do Hecate. And they're like, okay, so we're just doing an award ceremony? No, we're going to do Hecate.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, what does that mean, Bella? Well, I don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
I don't know. She told me. So get this, Lola. This is so exciting. Okay, so you know because you did this. The Numenea and the Deep Non.
Yep.
So the Numenea is done in the dark moon. And the Deep Non is done, or no, the Deep Non is done in the dark moon, and the Numenea is done at the very first sliver of light. Well, guess when Hekate Sickle Festival is this year?
I love that.
Dark moon and new moon. That's when Hekate Sickle Festival is.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, you can't make this up. Like, you just have to trust the process, people.
Well, and it's Hecate. Like it's her sickle, and a lot of people have always gone to Hekate Sickle and been like, well, what does this have to do with it? And it's like if you understand what Hecate is about, I know you call Demeter the All Mother. I call Hecate
the Great Mother. I call Hecate the All Mother.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Yes.
And Persephone is the mother of witches.
Yes.
Where Hecate is the queen of witches.
Yes. Hecate is the All Mother. She is, and just if you do your research on her and her history, she embodies so many other. She's not Greek. She's everything.
She's everything.
She's everything. She is represented in just about every single one of ancient religion.
Yeah.
There is a form of Hecate, and names aren't that far off from her.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm really excited that you guys are just doing Hecate and doing leadership and acknowledging the community leaders that you guys have trained. Like, you really have trained us. And it's
not just for ATC leaders. It's not just for ATC leaders. It's for if you are running a druid group out there and you've got 3 or 4 people you want to give awards to, you can come and get your award and give them to your people. Or if you've got, an Asatru group, you've got, it's everybody is allowed to come. It's not just ATC leaders.
Oh, nice. I love that.
Very
inclusive.
Yeah, I'm all about everybody. I have sent out invitations to all of the leaders in the area that I know, and we'll see who comes. We'll see who comes. Yeah, well, I'm super excited. We've had a huge registration so far.
We would love to go. He's never been to a Hecate.
I've never made sickle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you should come. You gotta come and get your ring and give your people their awards and let them receive the love on stage and everybody saying, yeah, you did great work. Y'all do so much good work in Spokane. They need to be recognized.
We do. We'll talk about it. I love it. Oh
my goodness, Lola, let me tell you, it's real inexpensive. I made it a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing so that people don't have to pay for hotels if they don't want to. They can just come for Saturday if they want to. The early bird was only $99. I think it's $137 a ticket right now. I made it so affordable. And Celia Farron's going to be there.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes, see, Celia Farron's going to do a concert after, during the award ceremony. We're going to do the vesselage ceremony and then announce the cast of Sickle.
We could stay at my sister's if we can't afford the hotel.
That's a lot of. We'll talk off
camera.
Yeah,
we'll talk off camera.
Dusty made a really good point that when you split the hotel room with 4 people, it gets real inexpensive because
it does. It does. Yeah. And I mean, it's about getting our coveners, there's a lot involved, but we will talk.
I do know.
You know what happens with all of it. Yeah. I also want to point out Nim, who we've been, this would be the one. Nim is coming to Spokane to spend the weekend with us next month for our Northwest Pagan Fest.
Pretty much like a month away, she'll be here.
Almost a month away. So I think we're going to do, we're going to do a Witches and Wine with Nim live with her here. So we're very excited about that.
Namir, listen to Mama. You be careful about them refilling your glass.
Oh, she knows.
She's been here before. She knows how we work.
She's been here before. She knows how we operate. She knows how we operate. Well, oh my God, not Nim. We're talking about Nim. Bella, is there anything else that you want to talk about real quick? We got a few minutes. Anything you want to plug? If you
want more Bella in your life, it's easy to find me. You can look up Belladonna LaVeau anywhere on anything, and they will come up pages and pages of stuff about me. And I'm real easy to talk to and get in touch with. I'm not one of these people that won't write you back or don't have any time to talk to you or funnel all my stuff through, some kind of service.
You can go to atcwicca.org and find all the information that you need to find out, all the events, all the stuff that goes on with the church.
Yeah.
And also the school. We got wiccanseminary.edu, which is go ahead and tell us about the school real quick.
It's the college that I built, Wilson Theological Seminary. It's a real state approved college. We have to reapply every 2 years. We're not accredited because we're the only school like us out there. And so there's not any comparables. You have to have comparables to accredit. But we are state recognized. So we've done the work. We just don't have peers. And then there is Moonstone's Gifts. Moonstone's Gifts is the store. We've got a lot of beautiful stuff. We have a new Hecate bag that you are going to die for, Lola. I don't know if you've seen it, but it is really awesome. You see it? I got one right here.
All right, get one. Oh my, what?
And it's so cool. I made this myself. Well, I had it made. It's got snaps on the side. So, it's really cool. It's got a pocket on the front and it's got 2 pockets on the inside. There's one of them zipper and one of them's, it's lined so that you put your robes in there. How nice. And you can personalize it right here. Write your name on there in Sharpie so you can tell yours from everybody else's. And now, it's only $20.
Hold it next to you. I want to see the size of it over the shoulder. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're going to get an order, and that's going to be me right after this because I've had wine and my husband's in a good mood. So I'm going to order that bag.
I mean, they're only $20. They're so they match your robes.
Yeah. Our tabard.
That's what I made them for, but everybody's using them as purses because they're so cool.
Yeah.
Makes me so excited. So,
oh my God. Bella, so yes, get more Bella in your life. atcwicca.org. Yes.
We're an org.
Yeah. And of course, we are Children of the Crossroads. If you'd like to donate to us, we have a PayPal, which is right there. It's just PayPal me at COTCATC. We've got a lot of things coming up in the rest of this year and next year. We are out. Yeah. We're back. We're
so
freaking
glad.
We're
back. I miss you like air.
Well, we just, I know.
We
had a lot of life and a lot of death.
I do know. I got all kinds of things to catch up with you in the background.
I know. And then, of course, we have our Venmo, which is always COTCATC. It's very easy to remember us. And if you want to get more of us, if you'd like to be a guest, if you want to ask us questions like, why are you the way that you are?
If you want to suggest a wine to us.
Or suggest a wine to us. If you're like, hey, talk about this wine. If you have wine questions, we'll take any questions. You can ask us anything. You can email us at
crossroadscoven@gmail.com.
I'm sorry, what was that?
That's crossroadscoven@gmail.com.
So everyone, thank you for joining us. We are so glad to be back. And remember, always be kind to one another and always walk with the goddess. And until next time, blessed be. Bye everybody. Ending stream.